What is going on, guys? My name is Jace, aka Skizzy, and welcome back to the Let's Play series. It is currently episode 4, and to start off the video, I want to show you guys something pretty cool. And if I scroll over to the side a little bit, we got ourselves a puppy. So if you guys have any name suggestions, I do have some name tags from AFK Fishing. So drop those names down in the comments, and let's get straight into the video. So the very first thing I want to get into is showing you guys this chest right here. As you can see, we have a ton of enchanted books. I have been AFKing a ton, and as you can see, I also have 60 levels. So these guys are all the way full, all the way down the bottom, but I did take out the books out of there, and I did transport them over to this chest right here, and I did separate the not so great ones from the good ones down here, and these three right here are going to be our best books, whether they have a very good enchant or mending on them, and then these ones are the also pretty decent books right here. So let's look at these first three really quick. So we got Looting 3, which is what I'm going to put on this sword right here. And we have a Mending book, and the Bane of Arthropods is kind of like but it has Mending, so that's great. The next one is Mending and Depth Strider. Depth Strider 3 is pretty important for in the water, but I'm mostly just excited about the Mending. And down here we have a bunch of different books from Feather Falling, Efficiencies, stuff like that. I'm not going to show you all of them, but we do have some Feather Falling, some Respiration, some Efficiency, Sharpness 4 right there, which that's already Sharpness 5, but I could throw that on one of these or something. And we do have another Efficiency and some Loyalty, so if we get a Trident here soon, we can throw Loyalty on it and make it pretty cool Trident there. And then we also have Depth Strider again and Punch and whatnot. So those are some pretty good books, but what I want to do first is actually hop over to the spider farm, which we can go through the nether. There is a nether portal now that I did off camera, and we can hop over there and probably make some more tools, or make our tools better and actually get some diamond armor finally. But another thing is I'm going to keep AFK fishing just to get some more mending books for armor and tools, because those are super important. And then later maybe we can find a mending librarian or something, villager for villager trading, which would be super cool. Alright, so we made it over to the spider farm, and I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and find my diamonds, which I think are in right here. And also another thing is off camera, I think I found a spider spawner, but we already have this spider spawner, so I didn't even take the coordinates. But we did get a golden apple and this music disc, and we also got a ton of books from AFK fishing earlier. So we did get this multi-shot book, which would be pretty cool on a crossbow, and we did get some other books here, but I think most of them aren't that crazy good. I mean, there's a few of them, but I'll mostly be using the ones I have right here. These are the ones that I brought for the armor. But I think the very first thing we are going to do is craft up all of the armor stuff that we need. And then one more, we need a chest plate. And then we have 13 diamonds left over, which is super cool. So we got the new enchantment, Cover Me with Diamonds. So let's use these levels really quick. We'll throw that in there. Protection 3, not so good. Protection 3, also not that good. Fire protection, not that good. And unbreaking, so I guess let's do that one. Unbreaking is fine. Blast protection, protection 4, protection 4. So I think, what was this one? Blast protection. I think we're going to use that one, so that's decent. And fire protection and protection 3, so both of those aren't that good. So I think, do we have a fire protection book anywhere? I am not too sure. And let's check over here to fire protection 3. So I think if we go ahead and do this one, Thorns 2, okay, so that one's not horrible, but if we had fire protection 4, so that's a lot better. And then what's the blast protection? So we got fire protection, blast protection. So I think what I might not enchant this one, and I think I'll just add a protection 4 helmet, yeah, like that. Or let's see if we have a protection, maybe a better book for this. So I think what I'm going to do is actually just get these all enchanted and kill some more of these spiders, and then I'll show you what I actually end up enchanting after I get done with that. So I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, so I was sitting AFK over here waiting for some of the spiders to build up so that we could get some more levels to combine some picks and stuff, but I saw this giant slime spawn, so I knew this was a slime chunk. I knew for sure it was. It kind of seemed weird to me that there was a slime spawning here, but I was sitting here AFK for a while waiting for some of the waiting for some slime to spawn, but like they never did, so it kind of tripped me out, and I thought that this maybe wasn't a slime chunk, and maybe that slime kind of traveled down from somewhere, but I just did see one spawn right on this dirt stuff. So if I pull up F3 and G, as you can see, this is the giant slime chunk right here. So this chunk right here is in fact actually a slime chunk. So I think maybe today we should get working on a slime farm. I'm still not fully sure if it's this one or this one. So I'm not sure yet. I think I might need to do a little bit more testing. But what I probably can do is clear out some more levels so that we can see which side it is, or maybe it's both, who knows. But I'll definitely block it off this time just to make sure. The only reason that I left it open like this was to see through it and to see if any slimes were here. So it is in fact one of these over here. So I might dig a few levels and keep coming up and down and keep checking them just to see which one it actually is. And like I said, I'll section them off so that I can pinpoint exactly which chunk it is. I don't think that I can use a slime chunk finder on the internet because this is a snapshot, and I tried it, and I think this one did come up as a slime chunk, so I'm pretty sure it's this one. So I think I'm just gonna dig down and dig out a few levels and make sure that this one is actually a slime chunk, and then maybe we can get started on a slime farm for this episode. So let me sit AFK a little bit longer for some spiders, and we'll combine some picks. The two picks I'm going to combine are, or actually what I'm waiting for is, to put looting on this sword right here. And actually I should have tried to get looting on it before I killed that slime, but no biggie. We're just going to sit here and wait for some more spiders to build up. And as you can see, we have a ton right here, but I'll see you when I get enough levels to put looting on the sword. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, so what actually ended up happening is I put efficiency on this diamond shovel over here instead of putting looting on here. It's really not that important at the moment, but later when we probably get to the end and stuff, we do need to get some ender pearls, so we do need to put looting on here and just stuff like that. So we'll do that eventually, but at the moment I think I'm going to time-lapse me digging out some platforms for the slime farm, so let's get straight into that. Alright guys, so for this time-lapse chat, I want to talk about a few things regarding the slime farm. Spoiler alert, if you're listening to this actually was indeed a slime chunk, or else I really wouldn't put it in the video. So obviously this is a slime chunk, which I am super excited about, and I know exactly what type of slime farm I'm going to be building. I did see it actually on the Hermitcraft server. Someone built a iron golem. There was like an iron golem on the edge, and the slime would go and attack it, and the slime would fall off the edge or something like that, and they'd fall onto some magma cubes. So I think that's the slime farm that I'm gonna kind of go for. Another thing I want to talk about is that I'm actually recording this voiceover as I'm filming some of the time lapse. So if I pause or something, or if I screw up, it's because I'm doing some things, and there is a giant thing of lava, as you can probably see in the time lapse. So I'm kind of getting sidetracked as I'm listening. Or sorry, what am I saying? I'm doing it right now. I'm getting sidetracked as I am recording this audio, so I'm sorry for that. But I guess what we can talk about is what we are going to be using the slime farm for. Obviously, we can get some XP from it if we do go in and kill the slimes. Another thing is slime is actually pretty important for a lot of later game farms, whether it's sticky pistons or flying machines, which we will eventually get into once we obviously get some slime and a ton of slime balls and stuff like that. I guess, another thing we can talk about is this isn't going to be a huge slime farm. On some bigger servers, you see these giant slime farms that, get stacks of slime per second or something like that, but for a single player little Minecraft world, that's probably not going to have too much necessity in slime. I think I'm going to try and keep it relatively small and just make it look good. I think that sounds good to me. I'd rather make it look good rather than have it be, something that produces a ton but doesn't look good. So I think I'm going to go that route, especially maybe in the beginning. We can maybe expand it later if, if we find some slime chunks or something next to it or something, we can make it a little bit larger. But at the moment, I think I'm going to go kind of small profile and see where that kind of takes us. Alright guys, so I just finished up mining out a few platforms. There was some lava down there, so I didn't get one of the platforms complete, but right now we have about probably 2.5 spawnable slime platforms, and a lot of these caves around here, they seem to be lit up. I am not fully sure, so maybe I should go around and do that. But at the moment, there should be some slime spawning, so I think I'm going to sit AFK and maybe see if I could go up and down the ladder a few times and see if I can spot a slime or two or something like that, and then we can actually get going on making the actual slime farm. So the first thing I did is went ahead and lit this spawner up so that no spiders can spawn here. That way we can get all the spawns over here, because I think that was a big reason why slimes weren't spawning over here, because of the amount of spiders that were over here. So I think entity, not entity cramming, but entity limits were reached with mobs. So I think that's why we had a hard time finding that chunk, but we finally found it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start digging this whole thing out, and we can start building some platforms for slime to spawn, and we'll go out about 4 on each side and put an iron golem. I don't know if we're going to finish it this episode, but maybe definitely by the next episode we'll have it completely done. So I'll see you when I get done with that. So I made the mistake of building down to up. So I think this actually allows for the use of the brand new scaffolding blocks in 1.14 in the snapshots. So I think I'm going to use those, and I'll show you kind of how they work. But I'm going to go craft some of those up. That's why I have been farming some of the bamboo. But we're going to get those scaffolding blocks. I'll be back over here, and I'll show you how they work. Alright guys, so I just got back and picked up all the bamboo that I've been farming, as well as a few stacks of string. But the way to craft them, you put 1 string right there, and bamboo all the way around it, just like this right here, and you get scaffolding blocks. So I think I'm going to maybe just do this last little bit right here, and then throw this back up in here. But this should be well over enough scaffolding for us. But it's going to allow us to go up and down, and I'll show you exactly how it works. So we can place 1 down like that, 1 on top of it, push space, and kind of use it like this, and we can build up and go down them. And then when we build a giant scaffolding structure, you can also go out to the side as so, just like this. Basically what you can do is, if you break the bottom one like that, they all break, and then you can pick them up just like that. So I think that's how we are going to continue to mine up, and I'll probably just do a short time lapse over it, not too long, just show you kind of what I am doing, and then we can once we're done with this, we'll get into laying out the platform. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, so I just finished clearing out this giant area. I didn't go all the way up to I think 40, which is the point where slime starts spawning. I think it's probably like 30 something, but like I've been saying this whole time, this is a single player world, so it doesn't really matter that much how many slimes we get, especially if we're going to be here AFK all the time. But I did find a pretty good use for the scaffolding blocks, if you sit here and right click on them, they do build up like that, and I think that is a pretty cool feature. And another just really cool feature that I absolutely love is the fact that if you hit the bottom block, all of them break, and that reminds me a lot about modded Minecraft, where there's certain enchantments, or if you hit trees, they basically do the same thing. And I think Minecraft needs that, but I feel like it's also something that if they add, it'll kind of make the game a lot different and just change it a lot to the point where it's not really Minecraft anymore. But what I think we're going to do, what level is this? So this is level 6, so I think if we go down, I think Bedrock, yeah. So Bedrock's right there, so I think I'm going to leave this, or one block above this as the very first spawning platform. So I think let's just change all of this stone over to stone bricks here and start laying it out. And I'll see you when I'm done with that. Alright guys, so we just finished all the platforms. Right now I am on the bottom level, and if we go up these scaffolding blocks, you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got six platforms within this chunk, and they're all lit up. Eventually I will change it over for some jack-o'-lanterns or something, because slime can slime on jack-o'-lanterns and they do have some light in them. Back at the base I do have some pumpkins, so I can get started on that. But right now I think I'm going to do what I did last time when that slime spawned, and what I did is I mined down all the way down here, but I just ran all the way down here, and it actually kind of loaded everything up. So I think I'm going to do that and keep going for a little bit. Another thing I need to do probably off camera is do some cave lighting. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now while I'm waiting for some slimes to spawn. But oh, this leads all the way to the top. I'm kind of curious where this comes out. But let's light all this up so that we can we're going to grab some of this iron as well, because we're going to eventually need it for some various farms. But we're definitely going to be lighting up a bunch of caves, and that's going to make our slime spawner a lot more efficient, giving us a lot more slime. And that's what we want, because it is such a small farm. But like I said, we don't really need a huge one. It's kind of pointless to spend all that time on that. But I am definitely going to keep lighting up all the caves that I see. And am I out? Oh no, I'm going to have to steal one of these. Alright guys, so we're just going to hop back over to the slime farm and see if we got any spawns. I doubt it. Usually it probably takes a few attempts to get some spawns, but so if we go down if we go all the way up to the top, we haven't seen any yet. But maybe on some, oh, well, there's one on the lower one. That's good. So there's one. If we keep going down, so at least it's working. It's not going to be super efficient. Like I said, it's not one of those quad slime farms that you see on some other YouTubes or whatever, but this is just a single one for a single player world that's gonna work while I'm AFK, which actually brings up another point, and that's probably that I'm going to throw my AFK fishing probably somewhere over here instead of over at that base, because I spend so much time here AFK. It makes a little bit more sense, so I think I'm gonna do that, and then also I can set up like a item destroyer system or something for all the enchanted bows and rods and whatnot that we don't want, just so those chests don't get all clogged up. So I think I'm going to do that, and I'll see you when I get back over here. So we are back over at the spawn here, and we are just going to take this down. I'm probably not going to take all those chests this time around, but I do need to go grab a bucket, and I'm probably not going to really take everything except for the actual kind of system itself, I guess. So what we can do is throw that there, and oh, well, good thing that's there. But we can, how are we going to do this? Well, let's break this, throw that there. There we go. So we got that. We're definitely going to take all this because I don't want to recraft it, and I'm debating whether or not I should take these hoppers. I guess let's just take those for now, and we'll go get some trees and stuff for some chests and some more hoppers, and then we'll head back over to the spider farm. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, so we just crafted up 16 hoppers and got 28 chests. I had to grind a bunch of these trees down over here, but we're going to hop back over to the spider farm, and I'm not really too sure if I've shown you guys the way through the nether to the spider farm, and it's literally like 4 blocks, so the nether always takes so long to load up. Sorry about the audio guys. Like I said, my room kind of here's a lot from the street because we're backed up to a street, but literally 4 blocks over to the spider farm. It's that fast, and then we hop over into this nether portal, and then it loads up, and boom, we are at the spider slash slime farm now, and soon to be spider, slime, and AFK fishing. And actually, I just heard some slime, so I think I'm gonna go down here. I think it's down. There we go. Here's another one. So super cool. We got a slime farm on the series now. Let's kill these guys. And this is without looting on my sword, so that's something that I need to get. And actually, I think I need 18 levels, I'm pretty sure. Let's go up to the top and see if there's any more. Any more? Nope. So there's just that one big guy down there, which is fine by me as long as this thing is putting out some slime. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this yet. Let me think for a little bit, and then I'll come back and we'll figure it out. So after thinking, I'm probably going to put it right here. That way this spawner is working if I'm in there and I want some string or some spiders to build up. And then it is also in spawning range for the slime farm as well. So it's kind of like a 3-in-1 all together. So I think I'm going to put it right here. So I guess I'm gonna either put it right here, or I'm not too sure if I'm gonna put it over here yet. I still do need, I think, about 4 blocks before, so like this is where the wall would be, so I'm not sure if I should put it like here. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do it over there actually for sure. So let's get started on that, and I'll probably just skip till I got it built, and I'll show you what I got done. So I'm mid building the AFK fish farm, and I hear some slime, so I'm going to go, yep, and there it is. So this thing is putting out slime like no other. I am so glad that we found this, because I was getting a little bit worried that it wasn't actually a slime chunk, and it was going to take us quite a while to find the actual chunk, but we did find it, and I think that's probably the only guy because I don't hear anymore. So I'm just gonna go back up, and we'll finish the we'll finish the AFK farm, and then we'll come back and possibly kind of get started on this and maybe finish it in the next episode. So let's do that. Alright guys, so I just finished the skeleton of the AFK fish farm. It is fully functioning at the moment. I still need to clean up a ton of blocks around here and change them over to stone bricks just to make it look a little nicer. And then down here, I'm going to put a nice little door and probably change this over to something else. Maybe I'll leave the scaffolding, who knows. But down here, if we go all the way down these scaffolding blocks, oh boy, well, good thing I have feather falling. This is a clock similar to the chicken farm. This is actually the same clock that I have at the chicken farm. I took it and moved over here because we're no longer going to be using the chicken farm. That was just to get some food in the beginning, but we were still running on steak, and we do get enough fish from the fish farm to kind of live off of. But what's happening is all of the I guess items that are collected in the AFK fish farm kind of come into here, and then they kind of come down to the bottom. They fill up this dispenser, they fill up that hopper, then that chest, and so on and so on. And when they get filled up with all the items that I'm not really going to use, I can come down here, flip this lever, and let this clock just keep ticking until all of the items that I'm not going to use are kind of burned and left in the hopper. And I can sit here AFK and let that happen too. So it's kind of a win-win. It's a good setup. There is a faster way to do it, but I'm not really too sure how to do it, and I don't really feel like looking it up at the moment. So maybe in the future I'll switch that over. I'm going to grab that coal. I think what we're going to do next is create an on and off switch for this fish, or sorry, not the fish farm. I am so confused. Create an on and off switch for this spider farm here, maybe with some redstone lamps and a lever like right here or something. Basically, we're just gonna clean this up, and I'll see you when I got the materials for that. Alright guys, so I grabbed the materials needed for the lights. We got a lever, 5 redstone lamps. I'm probably only going to use about 4, I believe, and some repeaters and a bunch of redstone. So I think I'm going to break into here and quickly light some of this up. And I don't know if those guys are going to be able to get me or not, but it should be fine in here. But what we're going to do is convert all of the walls to bricks, and I'll probably just jump cut to that. But when we do the redstone, I'll see you then. Alright guys, so we just finished all the redstone lamps and all the redstone behind it. So if we click this lever, as you can see, it gets fully lit up, and no spiders can spawn. And I've already tested this, and yes, no spiders can spawn. I've sat here for a few minutes AFK, and I haven't really seen any spider spawn. So that's that. So then if this is on, which it has been on for a while, we should see quite a bit slime in the slime farm. So if we head over there, we should see some, and I can hear some, and I think they're above us. So if we go up, okay, so here's one. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to put looting on our sword before we go and kill those guys. They shouldn't despawn because I'm so close over here. But where's the looting book? Looting. There should be a looting book over here somewhere, unless there's already. Where did the looting book go? So maybe it went over here. Looting anywhere? Looting 3 right here. I accidentally placed that torch, but let's kill these guys really quick and get some XP, because I believe this is going to take, yes, 18. So let's go ahead and kill these guys and get up to 18 levels. And a few more. Oh, come on, one more. There we go. So we can go ahead and throw this on there. Looting 3, boom. Let's eat some food. And now we got looting 3 on our sword, and we can go kill some of these slimes. So, oh gosh, he is right there. So how many? I already have 21 in me. So oh, this is going to be a bunch. I can already see them. So from that one guy, and it sounds like there's more, we got 44. If we go up, there is another big one and a medium one, it looks like. So let's kill these guys. So we had 44 before. We should have over a stack here. A stack and 3. And let's go check the other levels. I think that is it. I can't really hear anymore. I should have heard some by now. So yeah, I think that's it. So let's go back up. We will put our slime balls over into the chest, and over here we got the redstone for the lamps. And yes, it's messy, and yes, I am going to eventually clean this up when we get this going. I think how we're going to do this is just put probably stone brick all the way around with some jack-o'-lanterns in the floor, and just glass here or something with an iron golem, so that they are attracted this side where they die by some magma cubes down below. Let's throw this in here. How many do we have? So we have 64 and 6 over there and 17 here. So in total we should have 64 plus 23. So that's looking super good. Alright guys, so the final thing that we are going to be completing in this episode is finishing up kind of just this area over here. Right here you can see I kind of added this door and some stairs right here for the fish, AFK fish farm right here, and I cleaned that up inside. I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like on it, and if you really liked it, think about subscribing. This has been Skizzy, and I'll see you in the next one.